Thank you so much for joining me here today, Alyssa Arundell, for our May 2020 tarot card reading. I'm really honoured that you're spending your time with me here today. And for this month's reading, in ordinary circumstances, I'd like us to delve more into our relationships, into our finance, into our career. But the current climate really is dictating a lot of decisions we can make and a lot of things that we can do. And so because of this coronavirus, I thought that this month we could look more into our internal being and more about our spiritual path, more about our self-development. And that might sound a little bit boring to some of us, but really that inner journey, that inner dialogue is really going to help us navigate forwards in our lives. And so that is the intention that I'm putting onto the cards for this month. So without further ado, let's get into this month's reading to see what it holds for you. Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your monthly reading for May 2020. My fellow Saggies, let's figure out what is going on in your present situation. The card that comes up for the present is the High Priestess here. The High Priestess is very much linked to our psychic abilities. She's knowledge. She also represents the idea of duality in our existence because she stands within these two poles. Without these two poles, our reality would be totally different. They represent, night and day, on and off, up and down. And she in the middle is us in a way, living in this dualistic reality. So when she makes an appearance, we could be really feeling that we want to be more involved in some esoteric knowledge, that we want to learn more about ourselves, our spiritual path, very much about philosophy. So what is blocking us Saggies at the moment? Well, we have the Six of Coins here that makes a appearance. The Six of Coins can often mean, it's about giving and receiving. It's about charity. Sometimes in life we're in a position to help others, and sometimes in life we need help ourselves. And so I feel like if we need some, if you feel that you need some help, whether it is financial or support in an emotional way, it's about reaching out and asking those close for that help. And not feeling ashamed to do so. If you're in a position to help somebody, it could be a very good idea to do that. It may even, it links very much in with this idea of tithing and giving back to our, spiritual selves, really. The card here that is our base card, this is a foundation card, it's the Hermit. When the Hermit makes an appearance, it can be twofold. It can be that we need to spend some time just in isolation, which is ironic because that's what a lot of us are being asked to do. It could be that during a time of isolation, you've learned some really deep spiritual truths about yourself. The other aspect of the Hermit is that he is a leader. It can be a lonely path at times because he's leading the way and people are following, but the only thing he has is this lamp, is this light, and the light represents his inner light, his intuition that he's following. So perhaps you're having to lead people in some way at the moment, Sagittarius, and really take the reins on a situation. You have another major arcana card come up, which means that this is probably quite an important month for you, Sagittarius. It's the Emperor. So I feel like as a past card, you've had to get more organized, structured, more disciplined with yourself in order to, really branch out and get things done. This may be against kind of what you want to do. Maybe you want to be a bit more fun-loving and free, but this card is saying that you've had to sort of rein that aspect of yourself in a little bit. The card that is spiritually crowning you is you, the Queen of Wands, whether you're male or female. The Queen of Wands really is a fire card. She represents these fire signs, your fire sign in particular. This is about people taking you seriously, being respected, and feeling as though you have, the power and the authority over your own life. Very creative as well. So this is an incredible card, especially as she you know, is opposite the Hermit. This is very much about leadership. In your immediate future, you have the Two of Pentacles. So you may still have to be balancing the books in some way, making the most of your resources. You can feel like there's a little bit of lack and you don't quite have enough it can be enough money, it can be enough, you know, rest. I just feel like there's a bit of lack when this card comes up, but it's nothing to be, you know, freaked out about. It just means that we just have to balance in a different way. The card that comes up for your state of mind is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups can be a bit apathetic, a bit lethargic, you know, not really wanting to do anything. Sometimes even a little bit lazy. It's about not seeing the opportunities around us and not seeing the good in things, and really, you know, being cooped up inside for you Sagittarius may be making you feel like you've lost your spark, you've lost your drive, you want to branch out, you want some freedom, and those freedoms may feel like they've been taken away from you in some way. So it's no wonder that you could start to feel a little bit restless and cabin feverish. As an outside influence here, you have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords really is that maybe there has been some arguments or some petty misunderstandings. You probably will win the argument, but when this card appears, no one particularly feels good about it. Sometimes being right does not make us happy, and so it's, you know, choose your battles wisely this month. Is it worth showing how right you are if it ruins a relationship? It might be, but it's just something to consider there. A hope or fear for you is the Three of Swords. I feel like the Three of Swords is very much about loss and grief. It could be that some old grief is coming up for you in some way, and you're having to really navigate your way through feeling those emotions again. It could be over a past loved one, a past relationship. But this isn't saying that it's going to happen. It's a hope or a fear. So I don't think it's a hope. I think this is more a fear. There is a fear of loss of some kind when this card comes up. Are those fears founded? Well, let's have a look at your outcome card. I would say not really. You know, the King of Pentacles is a card of structure, a card of feeling secure, feeling safe, feeling like you have enough resources, whether that be monetary, feeling safe in your own home, feeling comfortable where you live. And so, you know, this isn't a boring card to come as an outcome card. This is actually really, really positive. I feel like with you grabbing back your power, maybe some people will leave your life in some way, but if they do, I think they are people that perhaps didn't respect you in the first place. So this month, Sagittarius, is very much about really appreciating your worth and taking on those leadership roles which you're more than capable of doing. Thank you so much again for joining me here today for your monthly reading. I'm really honoured that you spent the time with me. If you would, again, like to check out your free 3-card tarot reading, you can find the information in the description box beneath this video, as well as your own one-to-one personal reading with myself or even with Patrick. So until we speak again next month, I'm sending you many blessings and keep safe and well.